The Russo-Ukrainian War seems to be escalating more since the tension rises between the stakeholders of Russo-Ukrainian war. Because of the leaks in Nord Stream gas pipelines, which were caused in recent days, it has been at the center of geopolitical tensions today. These two major gas pipelines were intended to increase the flow of gas from Russia to Germany. Pointing fingers against each other, the EU, US, Putin, and NATO say the leaks appear to have been caused by sabotage. So now, the most important question is, who did this? And what was the reason behind this? Stay with us till the end of this video to get the answers to these questions and more that may come to your mind. But first, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can get more content like this as soon as we upload to this channel. Nord Stream refers to a wider pipeline network. The project began in 1997. Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2. Both pipeline pairs were built for the purposes of transporting natural gas from Russia to Germany through the Baltic Sea and are majority owned by Russian state-owned gas company Gazprom. On 26 September 2022, an explosion was detected originating from Nord Stream 2. A pressure drop in the pipeline was reported. Natural gas began escaping from the pipeline. 17 hours later, the same occurred to Nord Stream 1, resulting in 3 separate leaks northeast of Bornholm. Both pipelines were rendered unusable by the attacks. Ukrainian presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak said it was a terrorist attack planned by Russia and an act of aggression towards the European Union. A researcher from the Royal Danish Defence College stated that Russia would be the one to benefit from more disturbances in the European gas market. European leaders have indicated they suspect sabotage. The chief suspect is the Russian Federation, which has the motive, the means, and the opportunity to conduct such an operation because Russia controls the levees of these pipelines. Russia supplied a large portion of Europe's gas for many years, which provides both heat and electricity to much of Europe. After sanctions were imposed on Russia due to its invasion of Ukraine, Russia began limiting the amount of gas it sent to Europe. On 27 September 2022, European gas prices jumped 12% after news spread of the damaged pipelines. However, Moscow claims that Kyiv is resorting to sabotage as they are not able to win the war. On the other hand, the European people think that the United States and Ukraine as the main suspect in this sabotage. For a long period, Washington has been an open opponent of Europe's energy dependence on Russia. The US wants to ensure Europe remains loyal to it, but Russian energy has always spoiled it. So, if the US actually did conduct a sabotage operation against the Nord Stream pipelines, it has ended up antagonizing European countries. A deleted tweet from former Polish Defense Minister Radek Sikorski said that, "Thank you, USA," attaching a picture of the gas leak bubble. This makes European suspects even deeper. So many countries' spies are thinking the same, as the USA has a greater interest in this sabotage, along with an interest in oil, gas, and weapon trade. Whoever carried out attacks, they clearly wished to strip Russia of the leverage holds over Europe. The leaks occurred one day after Poland and Norway opened the alternative Baltic pipe running through Denmark, bringing in gas from the North Sea rather than Russia, as the Nordstream pipelines do. The leaks are located in international waters, but within the economic zones of Denmark and Sweden, and are believed to have been caused by international sabotage. But who is behind this? The answer is yet to get. An investigation is going on, but it's hard to imagine the reason behind this. Nothing can be said before the results of the official investigation.
This winter could change the whole outcome of this war. Why do Russians address winter as general winter? And how this winter could change the outcome of this war? In the 7th month of this ongoing war, Ukraine is just barely surviving. Ukrainian forces are fighting fearlessly to protect their country, but Kyiv faces growing pressure on resources, both militarily and financially. However, it has support from a lot of countries of this world, mostly from the USA and European countries. Western states have pledged to continue their ongoing military and financial support for Ukraine. But economic and geopolitical circumstances could change the math. As inflation in energy and food prices are causing economical and political difficulties in Western countries already. Ukraine is already struggling now, but winter is going to be even worse. Ukrainians are living among the destroyed houses and damaged power supplies. This situation will get even more intolerable once the cold weather sets in. Charity workers are saying that many Ukrainians will struggle to meet their basic needs. Even standing strong against Russia won't be easy for Western governments, as Putin has the full grasp over almost total gas supply to Europe. World history says that winter has always given Russia an upper hand in wars, as dense fog has created an adverse situation for the opponents. Most countries fear fighting Russia during winter, and Russia won most of the war in the winter time. That's why Russians named the winter season General Winter. Even in this present war, winter is probably gonna act as Russia's general. And Putin is confident that Europe's heavy dependence on Russian gas gives Moscow considerable political leverage, especially as northern winter approaches. Moscow has first slowed and now stopped gas flows via the Nord Stream 1 pipeline. Though Europe is trying to reduce gas demand and diversify supplies, but they know that they won't be able to fill up the shortage, and Russian gas is a must for them to survive this winter. Citizens of European countries have started protesting. They are asking their government not to support Ukraine anymore and to bring in the gas supplies, which is needed for them to stay alive in this coming winter. Even the German government has already declared that they won't assist Ukraine anymore with their weapons. Eventually, Europe would have to withdraw its support from Ukraine. And Ukraine, without the support from the US and European countries, are even more vulnerable than a newborn baby. Well, people, I believe you have all the questions answered, but those answers may raise more questions. For that, stay tuned and hit the like button if you like this video. Your support will encourage us to bring you new contents. Until next time, bye-bye.